What's up, guys? It is Kenny here, and welcome to SimpleList. First, before I get started, I just want to thank you for stopping by and checking out this page. This is something that's really special to me because this is the first product that I've launched on my own in about 2.5 years. So this is something that I really put my heart and soul into, and it's something that I think you're really going to love. So what I'm going to do in this video is just briefly explain to you what SimpleList is all about, how I came up with the whole process, and then if you like it, you could take advantage of it. And if you don't like it, that's okay too. It's really up to you. So basically, the first thing I want to cover really quickly is that in order to be successful online, really, or offline too, it really doesn't matter, but in order to be successful in business, let's just say, right? You really need three things. You need, number one, you need traffic, right? That's the first part of it. Now, you can call that a number of different things. You call it prospects, you can call it leads, you can call it whatever you want, but you need people, an audience, coming into your world. If you don't have that, the rest of it doesn't matter. Like, the business is over, right? So the first thing is you need traffic. The second thing is you need some sort of way to turn that traffic into paying customers. If you don't have that, well, then your business is done, right? And the third thing is you need some sort of machine or process or product or service or whatever you want to call it that's going to take that converted traffic and turn it into someone that's going to get some sort of predictable and reliable result, right? So I was in a mastermind group meeting. I'm in a number of different mastermind groups, and this one that I'm going to mention here happens to be $36,000 a year with someone that you probably know who the person is. I'm not going to mention any names, but I was in a mastermind meeting, and I was talking to one of the members of the group on a one-on-one. This is over Zoom, right? So I'm talking to this person one-on-one. And basically the question that I had for this person is very broad. What I asked was how am I able to do things that I'm able to do? That's kind of the question that I was asking, because it's something that I've been thinking about for a very long time, right? How am I able to do a 500 plus promotion for a recent affiliate launch, a recent affiliate product, or, a 200 plus promotion or whatever it was for another one right after. Like, how am I able to do that? How am I able to do launches that just blow up every single time I do them? Mainly with partners, right? This is the first one I've done myself for a long time, but how am I able to do that while there's so many other people out there that I'm teaching a lot of this stuff to that aren't able to get that result? And it was frustrating because I want to get you guys that result too. I want to teach you how to get that result, and I want you to get that result. So what's the main difference? That was my question. And there was a number of different answers that people were like bouncing back and forth, right? It's mindset, it's work ethic, it's routine, it's planning your day before, day before, night before, whatever, all those things. And then somebody else chimed in, and this is a person that you would know as well. He chimed in and he said, the only reason why you're able to do what you do, and a lot of people aren't able to do that, is because you have a lot of people to talk to. You have a big list in ActiveCampaign. You have a low ticket list in another autoresponder that we just started using. You have a lot of people to talk to. So for you, you just send out an email or two or three and it works. But for those people that have nobody to talk to, it's impossible. In order to get started, and I'm paraphrasing, but in order for them to get started and seeing a result, they need to be able to first get that audience. Step one, traffic, bring people into your world, right? Then we go to conversion, then we go to getting the results. So you need to have those people coming into your world. And I was a little embarrassed, I'm going to be honest, because I didn't think of that. Like, that wasn't my first go-to. It was like, I meditate in the morning, I work out every day, my diet is really right, I sleep good. It was all mindset stuff, because that's mainly what we talk about in mastermind groups like that. It's all about the mind, basically. So that's immediately where I went, and he went in a completely different direction, and he was 100% right. So I left that mastermind group. This was in the end of January 2020, so this year, like a couple months ago, 2 months ago, or 1 month ago, actually, the end of January. And I left that mastermind group, and I came home, and I started to map out what is now known as SimpleList. How can the average everyday person build an audience that, number one, likes them, trusts them, and wants to be part of their world, wants to be part of their environment, wants to be part of their business? That's number one. How do you build that community, that list, that audience, right? Then number two, how do you convert them into paying customers? That's number two. And number three, how do you guarantee, and I know it's a bad word in our industry, right? I get it, but how do you guarantee that if they follow the process that you're going to give them, they're going to get a result? Predictable and reliable, right? So I want to touch on guarantee really quick because I'm not guaranteeing that anyone's going to get any kind of result. That depends on your work ethic, if you're going to actually do what I teach you to do and all that kind of stuff. But the point is, and this is what we talk about at the high level, right? This is what we talk about. If we have something that we put together, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and somebody does step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as we teach it, the success rate should be 100%. If it's not, your product is screwed up and you need to fix it, right? That's different than going to a gym, getting a gym membership, never going. That's not the gym's fault, it's your fault, right? If the gym machine is broken, then that's the gym's fault. So in our mind, in my mind, it's if you're doing exactly what you're taught and you aren't getting a result, the product or process is broken, not you. It's the product or process. So how do we guarantee, quote unquote, that the audience you're building is going to get a predictable result after they convert? Traffic first, conversion second, process for a result third. How do we guarantee that they're going to get that result? Well, the easiest way that I came up with was to take you out of the equation. And what I mean by that is, let me give you an example, right? Let's just say some guy named Joe, who's a personal development guy, and he has a personal development blog or whatever, and he just started 2 weeks ago. He puts up a PDF and he runs some traffic to it, and we mainly use, we're going to be talking about in SimpleList, we're going to be talking about free traffic primarily. I do some paid videos in there as well, but primarily it's organic traffic. So let's say he runs some organic traffic, organic outreach to that landing page, right? And he's giving away his PDF. Well, the problem is nobody knows who the hell Joe is. Nobody knows what kind of result they're going to get from Joe. Nobody knows if Joe is good or bad. Nobody knows. There's no case studies about Joe. There's no following from nothing. It's zero, right? So to overcome that, what I've come up with, and this is the SimpleList kind of the plan, right? This is the overview of what you're going to be learning in SimpleList. What I came up with is taking you out of the equation. Not making you create the PDF, not making you create the giveaway, not making you create the bribe. What we do when we use the SimpleList process is we take somebody else's product. So think about this, right? Let's use an alternative, right? Joe is in the personal development space. And Joe was going to create a PDF to build a list because he learned that in 2006 or whatever, and he's just going to keep doing it now in 2021 because he thinks it still works, right? Instead of him creating the PDF, what he does is he has a Tony Robbins book, Awaken the Giant Within. It's right over there in my little book section, right? Awaken the Giant Within. And instead of Joe's PDF being the giveaway, Awaken the Giant Within is the giveaway. So let's just say someone's in real estate, right? Instead of, Joe's real estate or John's real estate PDF, 6 steps to building a big real estate empire. Instead of that type of thing, he gives away a Gary Keller book. Gary Keller, I forget the name of it, the agent book that he has. Who do you think is going to have a better audience? Who do you think is going to get a better opt-in rate? Who do you think is going to get a better result for the customer? The answer is the person who's giving away the Gary Keller book or the Tony Robbins book or, the Jim Rohn book or the Frank Kern book, whatever, right? Whoever it is, they're going to get the better result because that person, the expert, the true celebrity in that niche, has already shown that they can get the result for the prospects. They're going to trust it more, they're going to like it more, and they're going to like you more for recommending it. So what we're going to give you inside of SimpleList very simply is this. We're going to give you a way to generate traffic because that's number one, right? You have to be able to generate traffic. We're going to give you a way to generate organic. I don't call it free traffic. I call it organic traffic. It's the same thing. It's not that much different, but organic traffic. Traffic that you work for, but it actually works. You don't have to pay for it. We're going to give you a way to use organic traffic to get people onto a landing page that we're going to show you how to build. A landing page and a thank you page, okay? What's going to happen is then on the landing page, you're going to be giving away, I'm going to show you how to do all this stuff, so don't freak out about it. I'm going to show you how to get Awaken the Giant Within. I'm going to show you how to get a Gary Keller book. I'm going to show you how to get a phone case or whatever it is that you want. It doesn't matter what it is. Any product in the world, my LED lights that you see in the background, whatever it is you want to give away, I'm going to show you how to get those things so that you can build a list off of the back of somebody else's work, legally, ethically, and morally, so that you can guarantee, got to do this, the air quotes, right, in this industry, you can guarantee that that person's going to get a predictable result. Like if it's Kenny's LED lights, might not work. It might work, might not work. But if it's the LED lights that has 5,000 reviews on Amazon that work, they work. I mean, they work, right? So it's a guaranteed predictable result. It's going to happen. If I push that button, we can go back to red. We can go to green. It's going to happen every single time. So that's how we're going to set it up. Number one, we're going to teach you how to generate organic traffic so that you can go out there, do organic outreach. You can build your list that way, especially when you're getting started. Put your first 1,000, 2,000 people on that list, okay? Number two, we're going to teach you how to convert those people from just a member of your audience to a paying customer. And then number three, we're going to teach you a process to get them a predictable result, because that's really what they're paying for. They're not paying for a PDF. They're not paying for an affiliate product. They're not paying for a video. They're not paying for a course. They're paying for a predictable result. And the predictable result with SimpleList very simply is this. You are going to, if you follow my steps and you do what I teach you to do, you are going to be able to build a list of a minimum of 2,000 people over the next 30 days that are interested in buying what it is that you have to offer. We're going to give you everything that you need in order to do that. I'm going to teach you everything you need from A to Z. And the other thing too is that this can be done in any niche in the world. It doesn't have to be make money online. It doesn't have to be any of that stuff. You interested in health? Do health. You're interested in golf? Do golf. You're interested in weightlifting? Do weightlifting. You're interested in diet? Do diet. It doesn't matter what it is. You can use it in any industry in the world. And we teach you how to pick a niche a little bit of a different way. I go through it, but it's how to pick a niche so that it's right for this process. Okay. This process works for me. It works for the people that I've originally taught it to, which was about 4 or 5 people that I just took out of one of my coaching groups. And you could see some of the results of those tests below, and they were absolutely outstanding. So I think you're going to love it. It's not that much money. It's like 15 or 16 bucks or something like that, but the price does go up every hour. The button is right below this video. So if list building and audience building is something that you're interested in, this is something that you have to take, that you have to get. You have to start doing it. So click the button below and get involved. And here's the thing that I'm going to leave you with. And I'm not being mean, I'm just being honest. So try to respect that if you can. If you're not interested in growing your audience, the people that are coming in, if you're like, I don't need to have more people coming in my business. I don't need to grow my list. I don't need to have a bigger audience. I don't need to have more leads coming in. If you're not interested in doing that and you don't want to do that, you should really rethink what you're doing. And I'm not being mean. I'm not trying to talk down to you or any of that stuff. I'm just saying there are 3 things in business that you must have. You need to have a steady inflow of leads coming in. Call it traffic, call it prospects, call it lead, call it whatever you want. You need to have those people coming into your world. Then you need to have a system that's set up, a machine that's set up to turn those prospects or leads or list or audience, whatever, into paying customers. Then you need to have a process to turn those paying customers into people that get results. If you don't have those 3 things, no business in the world, a gas station, ice cream shop, hot dog stand, internet business, doesn't matter. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. There's no business in the world that works without all 3 of those things working at the same time. So you need those 3 machines built. And SimpleList is going to show you how to build all 3 of them in one shot for like 15 or 16 bucks. Okay, so click the button below. It goes up every hour, but it's still a relatively inexpensive product, 15, 16 bucks, whatever it is. Click the link below, get involved, and we'll see you inside. Take care.